So I think it's an interesting time, especially for India. And as everybody keeps saying in every interview, everybody is long India. If you look at our economic survey and the results that came for GDP growth, etc., we have surprised even every forecast out there by having, in excess of 7.5% GDP growth, which was completely unprecedented. Yeah. And if you see the breakup of that 7.5%, a lot of that came from manufacturing. Now, it is very heartening to know that India is finally, after several policies like Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India, which took time, but now the effect of all that, once the factories are all ready and the production has started, you can see that a huge contribution from manufacturing has started happening in India. And that's good for us, because as this expands, you build more factories, you build more housing, and that multiplier effect on economy has something to do for every sector that we operate in, right? And so from that perspective, this India stellar growth, and it seems that for the next several quarters, this growth will continue. And so from a macroeconomic perspective, I think the outlook is very bright for our country. And we being a very large EPC contractor in India, in the top 3 in the listed space, I think definitely that augurs very well for Kalpataru projects as well.
Right. Recently you all had this merger of JMC and your transmission business. So how has it panned out for the company? How's the growth been for the company, after that?
So our rationale for merging the two companies was very clear. They were in 3 different segments each, and then there were some sub-segments, but key 3 segments each. And whilst they both had grown to scale, JMC was constrained by its balance sheet, and Kalpataru had a huge presence outside India in more than 70 countries. And I think the synergy of these two companies coming together, which was seamless, whether from a governance standpoint or from people standpoint, has been absolutely on point as we planned it to be. As a result of this, we've had some immediate benefits accruing as a result of this merger, and those are the obvious ones. So our interest cost in JMC, which was 200 basis points higher or thereabouts, has come immediately as a saving to the combined balance sheet. Okay. We were constrained to go internationally with the JMC divisions in order to secure very large projects or complex projects because of the constraints with the balance sheet. But now, since this merger was effected, we've had our civil divisions, our water divisions, they have gone overseas as well. So we've got a very large EPC airport in Maldives that we are doing, where we are doing both, the air as well as non-aero revenue. We are doing a jetty, which is a part of that development. We are doing data centers. We are entering new segments in our urban infra division, which is the underground tunneling, metro, etc., which are highly complex projects, require large capex. And this all has been possible because of the merger of the two companies, making it one of the strongest balance sheets in the country today in our segment.